Watch the ride.
Hey everybody, Happy New Year and all of that. As you may know, there's been storms, and as my patrons requested, and a couple in the questions at Q&A, to do a beach video again, I thought, well, perfect opportunity to come down here and find probably nothing. However, I do have a funny tale to tell you from over Christmas, to do with an animal I had to outsmart and capture. Well, for one, the beach looks virtually no different. I mean, we had some serious winds, so I'm quite surprised by that. Okay, here we go. Seaweed, razor clamshell, seaweed, clam. Don't worry, they're not interesting. Seaweed, wood, more wood, more seaweed. Seaweed. Oh, hold on. Yep, that's seaweed. Seaweed. Well, as suspected, unfortunately, there is nothing to be found. So let's get on to the story of the creature that was found and captured in the night. So the other day, Reno says to me, "What do you think these are that have appeared on top of this stuffed pig she has in her office?" And she's like, "They look like mouse poos." And I'm like, "Yeah, they kind of do, but there's a plant above it." And we were like, maybe it's like some earthy from in there, or maybe it's something coming off the plant, not quite sure, but it did look like it. And then she noticed, I think it was the next day, that there was someone at her desk, and that's when we were like, right, okay, there is a mouse in her office somewhere, we need to find this mouse. So my plan was to get a humane trap to be able to catch this mouse, but that night, because I stay up till like 4 or 5 in the morning, about 2 in the morning, I looked in there, I turned the light on, and this little mouse went across the room, and I'm like, right, you're in here, close the door, I know you're in here. So about 2 in the morning, my brain starts working. How am I going to catch this mouse? I don't have a humane trap or anything, and I don't want to hurt this mouse, so I'm going to have to capture it somehow. So this is what I came up with and built at 2 in the morning. I got a box and I cut the top off of it. I got another piece of cardboard and I made a ramp on this side. This box was too tall for the mouse to be able to jump into, and it was probably too smooth for it to climb up. I built a platform on the top here, and then I had a thin piece coming out which I'd weakened here. And then I put some sunpat butter on the top. Camcorder on the desk with night vision and remote view. Now we just had to wait for the mouse. The idea was that the mouse would come along, scurry up the little ramp, because he can smell the peanut butter, go, oh, it's there, I can't get to it any other way, I'll do a little jump. The little gangway's going to fall, and the mouse is going to fall into the box and run around in here all mad. I didn't have time to get out of the room, close the door, and turn the camera on, and press record before this happened. For context, the mouse is currently here on the desk, and the infrared light from the camera is projecting its shadow on the floor. It was on the desk, so close to the camera that it cast a shadow of its whole head on the floor, which I thought was very cute. But cheeky little bugger, right? So then it dawned on me, I'm not going to be able to catch it this way, I need to be active. So I got a piece of string, and I tied it to the ramp on the side of the box. When I realised this mouse was playing chess, I was like, okay, let's do a bit more of an active role in this. So I put the box on its side like this, in a way that the peanut butter could not be accessed by the mouse. I tied a piece of string onto the ramp, which went underneath the door, that I was then holding onto on the other side of the door. Idea being, our little mouse will come along, go in the box trying to find the peanut butter, at which point I can pull this string, which will pull the box over, and we'll capture the mouse. At least that's the plan. I didn't have to wait more than about 5 minutes before this bold little mouse comes flying out going, oh, I can smell peanut butter, sniff, sniff, sniff. And yeah, it goes in the box. And there's one frame that I love. It's the frame of when I pull that string and it realises it's been caught. It's this great shot of panic.
I caught you. It was the perfect trap, and you were caught. Now I'm going to release him outside.
So then, yeah, I just went in, picked the box up, went outside, down the road a bit, so he didn't go back in my house, and let him go. And that, my friends, is how I outsmarted a mouse. He was very, very willing to be caught, and he was very active and bold, so I didn't have to do that whole thing. We have to wait an hour for them to come back out from being terrified, because I've had to catch mice in the past, and you always have that. But this little bold bastard just, hello, what's this? Nice camera, immediately. Yeah, so as I said in the Q&A video, me and Rena had quite a busy sort of couple of Christmas days, but we got to relax properly for a few days after that. It was really nice, and now I'm ready to get on and get making videos, and I'm being very open-minded this year as to what I'm going to do, what I'm going to talk about, and the ways I'll do things. Because, you know, on one hand, if I make a video on a bike, it's more appealing to sort of what the algorithm knows that the people that like my channel. But if I make a video off a bike just talking to a camera, it appeals to a lot more people because they don't have that weird thing of like, okay, cool, but why are you doing this on a motorcycle? So there may be more sat down videos, there may not. I'm just being completely open and relaxing the rules that I've kind of worked with for a bit, I guess. And I'm hoping that will see some more interesting stuff sort of emerge through the gaps, as it were. Well, there's a good simple start to the year, so smack that like button if you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to help support me, please consider doing that through Patreon or YouTube memberships. And of course, subscribing is another thing you can do just to make sure you see videos. Till the next one, bye bye.